Suzanne. I have a real estate staging company in Cuyahoga Falls. I want to thank Erin Johnson for putting together this outstanding Ohio group. I'm going to share with you today some of my favorite hacks. They may be old news to some of you, brand new to some of you. I can't even attribute it to where I learned them, just living life. One of my major beliefs is that I use the KISS principle as much as possible in my life, and including decorating and household matters. So the KISS principle is keep it super simple. So I'm going to break up my video into 3 different parts and hopefully give you some useful tips. Over the many years that I have moved, I've moved over 19 times in my life over the decades. And of course, I've staged numerous homes. I always say I've been staging homes since I was 7 years old, because I used to sit in people's homes and literally rearrange their furniture while I was sitting there. So I think that's just something that comes, it's sort of, we come kind of packaged with what we love to do. So one of my favorite hacks, I'd like to say I have all my Christmas packed at home, but I do not. When you run a shop, your home seems to come last. So one of my favorite hacks is I buy only clear containers. I wrap at the shop and in my home. I've learned over time just clear packing containers work best for me, and there's a number of reasons for that. As you change your decorating style, as you change the colors you use in your home, I know we've all had this experience where you've beautifully labeled everything, and then when you no longer need that item and you send it off somewhere, then you have to deal with these labels. To me, the most efficient way of doing this is, I had previously packed some vintage things in this. Well, I'm going to pack my faux pretend Christmas bulbs in here. I just have a bunch of glass jars that are standing in place of my Christmas bulbs because I don't have them here. So what I do is I mark my stored items with just a black marker, so that then when I no longer have those items, or I no longer have that color, or I'm getting rid of it, then I just simply wipe that off with nail polish remover. So no fussy trying to peel off labels or spending a lot of time making, I don't like spending a lot of time in things that don't have any impact on production. So I've taken that off, and I always mark my containers on 2 sides, the skinny side and the long side, simply because a lot of times where I'm storing, I'm going to come out here a little bit more, where I'm storing determines whether I'm going to put it long ways or the wide way. So in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and mark on here, clear bulbs. That way I know exactly what's in here. Plus, not only can I see and have a general idea what's in here, but I've written it on here, clear bulbs. And then what I do is I don't invest in expensive packing materials unless it's fine art or something really expensive. In this case, let's just say these were a bunch of bulbs that I bought, say, from Target or Walmart or whatever. So all through the year, I'm not encouraging anybody to be a hoarder, all the non-secure documents that I have, I just shred them. And I put a bag, just a grocery store bag, in the shred receptacle, and I shred right into the bag, and then when it's full, I just tie it up. And then sometimes I use the whole bag for a cushion for something that needs to be protected. Or I use the shred, I put a thick layer in the bottom, like that, and I don't even wrap the bulbs. I just, we gotta pretend these are bulbs. I just lay them in there, separate them a bit, don't put them right up next to each other, and give them room. And then I put another layer of shred on top of those. I generally just make a mess and clean it up at the end. So I'm all ready for my next layer. And so you get the idea. So I layer until I get up to the top where I leave enough headroom. Then I'm going to put a really thick layer on top to protect everything inside. And put the lid on and we're good to go. So now we're in my workshop and I'm going to show you a couple really quick hacks for Valentine's Day. This is one of my favorites. It's really inexpensive. You can use things you have around the house and just buy a couple things at the dollar store. So I think this is just stinking cute. This is the main part of this is you put a glass container inside of a glass container, which would give you about 1 inch of space. So this one, it has a candle and conversation hearts all around. This is a shorter version and it has a little votive cup and a votive candle inside and the conversation hearts all around. It's just adorable and you can use what you have in your house and just add the conversation hearts. This is the one I'm going to do with flowers, and I put a little teeny tiny jar inside and secured it with glue dots. And then you could use real flowers, which would be the ultimate. And if you did use real flowers, you would need to wrap it with a wet paper towel and then maybe put a little bit of foil in there and then just put that in the little teeny jar. Then you just fill in around the outside with conversation hearts. And then when you try not to get the conversation hearts in the jar of the flowers, because you want to be able to pull that flower back out and wet down the stem and re-wet the paper towel so it lasts longer. So this is a quick hack. You can use a candle, you can use real flowers, you can use artificial flowers, but you can use any size so long as you have space around the inner receptacle. So that's just really cute with the conversation hearts. Another really quick one I'm going to give you is I got this idea from a company that I spotted called whogivesacrap.org, and they are just a wonderful company. If you get a chance to go to their website, they have a very wonderful cause. So I took my cue from them, and in my shop, in my bathroom, you'll go in and you will see stacked on the shelf TP wrapped with my emblem, and then just for fun I put a little byline on it, only the best, no ifs, ands, or buts. So kids would have a lot of fun with this. This is what the finished product looks like. Half a sheet of tissue paper, you just wrap it around the outside, put a little sticker on it, and how cute is that? You could do coordinating colors and kind of stack them in the bathroom, and it costs you at best $1, not even $1. So listen, it was really fun. If Erin has me back, I have a lot more hacks. I have some design tips going forward, what's current and what to kind of just stop doing. Have a wonderful New Year's. We are in very difficult times. We have to find a place to ease up and laugh, and that's our homes, and try to have a sense of humor with each other. So sending out just wonderful wishes for 2021. We will get through this, and we have to all come together to do this. Sending love.